Push the hairs in the opposite of the direction that your eyebrow lays so that you can get in between all of the little hairs. Also, now I'm using a makeup sponge to apply powder to the damp glue on my eyebrows. This will be good later when I apply the stick foundation. Make sure you apply a thick coat of powder so you can see the white. Do this after every coat. Now I'm using stick foundation, that is the closest color to my skin that I could find, to go over my eyebrows and make them look more like my skin. Use a beauty blender or anything you want to use to blend it in, and just go around the outer edges of wherever you applied the stick foundation and blend it in, but don't blend the part that's on your eyebrows because then you'll just wipe off the makeup and you'll be able to see the hair underneath. Put powder over the whole thing to make it look less glossy and more realistic. Now take any old sponge, but something that you definitely want to throw away afterwards and not keep, and apply liquid latex to your face. The liquid latex will dry to this sponge, so you can't really get it off afterwards. Apply the liquid latex all around your mouth wherever you want the fake mouth to go. Also make sure that you apply the Make sure you apply the tissue paper while you're
Sorry.
Make sure you apply the tissue paper while the liquid latex is still wet. Otherwise, it won't stick on your face. Also, I forgot to mention earlier that you should definitely wear a shirt that can be pulled over your head easily or a button down. And also wear something that you wouldn't mind getting Halloween makeup or fake blood on, just in case. Now I'm going to apply my liquid foundation to my face. I've been using it for a while just on my face normally, so I know it matches my skin tone, but as you can see when I actually put it on, it doesn't perfectly match. This is because it's actually fairly translucent, and when it's put on white instead of skin color, it turns a different color than you would actually expect. You can fix this by using eyeshadows or different other makeup or paint to make it look more like your skin. Just experiment with the colors to see whatever will make it blend the best. The most important part to get is the outlines of the mouth because because you're going to end up ripping the middle part anyway and covering it with makeup. So just make sure it blends flawlessly into the rest of your skin. Make sure the tissue paper and liquid latex is dry before applying any makeup. I messed around with the right colors quite a bit, but in the end it doesn't really matter too much as long as you get it around the right color of your skin. I put bronzer on my face to try to even everything out, but I don't really know if it did anything. I think it made it look a little bit better, but that's definitely not something you have to do in the process. Please be very careful at this part. I know I used scissors the whole time, but it might be better if you use tweezers to pull the liquid latex away from your skin. Definitely be careful not to cut yourself. I was very careful as I made sure that both ends of the scissors were away from my skin before I snipped anything. I just thought this was a faster way to do it, but please make sure you're being safe whenever you attempt to cut liquid latex from your face. You're just going to cut and tear a shape of the mouth that you think would be big enough or to complete the look that you're going for. You can cut or rip the mouth into any shape that you want, as long as you don't go outside of the tissue paper that you set on your face. This part, when you're ripping the liquid latex off your face, can be sort of painful, so don't be surprised if it's kind of hard to do it. Here I'm folding over the edges of the mouth to make it look a little more seamless. You might be able to tell that I covered my top lip with the top part of the tissue paper and liquid latex. That is so when I open my mouth, it's a little less conspicuous that it's under there. So it doesn't look like you have a mouth under your fake mouth. But you will still be able to talk and eat. Now you can use any old Halloween costume makeup or any makeup or paint that you want to use on your face to make the Halloween look. It really doesn't matter what you use. It can be cheap or it can be more high-end. That's up to you. Everything that I'm using on my face was fairly cheap that you could buy at CVS or Walmart or a Halloween store. I started to use a Q-tip because it was easier to get better precision that way. When drawing on the eyebrows, you want to make sure you do them in a high arch to make them look more evil. The order that you put on the makeup doesn't really matter, but honestly, it probably would have been easier if I did the white face paint first and then the black on my eyes and under my mouth and then the red. But as you can see, I didn't really do it in that order, so it doesn't really matter. It's also okay if the makeup is oh my gosh. It is also okay if the makeup is a little messy. As you can see in the end, it's kind of supposed to be that way. It makes it more eerie and less perfect. There's even a point where I purposefully make the white more muddled so it'll look like the clown face is more dirty. So don't worry about being a perfectionist on this. Special effects makeup is about being creative, so don't be afraid to do your own spin on whatever I do. Also, the only ways that I usually get my ideas is by looking at other people's work and then using what they do to create my own thing. So feel free to be creative. Here I'm adding some black on my face to make my clown white a little dirty. And I'm using my fingers to blend it in and smudge it around. Now I'm just taking some of the leftover tissue paper and folding it into little triangles and using liquid latex to glue it on the inside of my mouth. This creates a really cool 3D effect with scary teeth. Also, it's okay if the tissue paper is a little dirty. It makes it look like you ate something or did something creepy. It all just adds to the effect. Now I'm just using a little black to contour my face and make my face a little sharper. Once I'm done with this, we have the finished product. Now you can go out and scare all your friends, and hopefully you're doing this for Halloween, so have a great time.